It was the dead of winter, 18th February 1952. Off the coast of Cape Cod, Massachusetts, the Atlantic raged with one of the most violent nor'easters in recorded history. Snow slashed sideways, the wind howled at hurricane strength, and the waves towered like watery skyscrapers. But for two oil tankers caught in the storm, what happened next was nothing short of unimaginable.
One of those ships was the SS Pendleton, a 503-foot T2 oil tanker. Built quickly during World War II, like many others of its kind, it wasn't known for durability. That day, as the Pendleton tried to ride out the storm, nature made a terrifying move. The ship split in two.
With a thunderous crack, the Pendleton snapped near its middle. The bow and stern were now two separate hulks, each drifting helplessly in the freezing sea. The forward section, containing the captain and several crewmen, sunk quickly, but the stern remained afloat, with the engine still running and 32 men trapped on board, including the ship's cook-turned leader, Ray Sibbert.
Sibbert was an unassuming man, more comfortable with machinery than leadership. But when chaos reigned and panic threatened to tear the survivors apart, he stepped up. He knew that staying afloat meant working together. As monstrous waves crashed over the deck, he coordinated the remaining crew, keeping the rudder in motion and giving them a chance to stay alive, if only someone could find them.
Back on land, word had reached the U.S. Coast Guard station in Chatham. Boatswain's mate First Class Bernie Webber, just 24 years old, was ordered to take a small wooden lifeboat, the CG-36500, out into the storm to search for the broken tanker.
It sounded like a suicide mission. The boat was designed for 12 people. It had no radar. The bar that separated the harbor from the open ocean was practically impassable. And yet Bernie obeyed. With three other young men, Engineman Andrew Fitzgerald, Seaman Richard Livesey, and Seaman Irwin Mask, he set out into the black, frothing sea.
They were nearly swallowed alive by the surf crossing the bar. Their compass broke early in the voyage. They were blind in the storm. And yet, against all odds, Bernie spotted the stern of the Pendleton, a jagged silhouette against the chaos. What he found stunned him. 32 survivors clinging to life on a fragment of a ship, praying for rescue.
Bernie had to make an impossible decision. His boat could only carry 12 men safely, but he refused to leave anyone behind. One by one, as waves battered the lifeboat and ice formed on their faces, the men leapt from the Pendleton onto the CG-36500. It was perilous. One wrong step meant instant death in the icy water.
Amazingly, all 32 were taken aboard, including Bernie and his crew. The little lifeboat held 36 souls. Then came the hardest part, getting back. With no compass and visibility near zero, Bernie navigated by instinct and memory. Hours later, as dawn broke, they miraculously found the entrance to Chatham Harbor, where townspeople had gathered, headlights shining out to guide them home.
That night, Bernie Webber and his crew had pulled off what remains one of the greatest smallboat rescues in US Coast Guard history. For his bravery, Bernie was awarded the Coast Guard's Gold Life-Saving Medal.
The men of the Pendleton survived because of courage, leadership, and an unbreakable will to live, and because 4 ordinary young men did something extraordinary when it mattered most. This is not a tale of superheroes, but of humans, cold, scared, and determined, fighting the sea and winning, together.
This incredible and inspiring real-life event has been depicted in the film The Finest Hours, released in 2016. If you like the story, you can watch the movie.